Welcome back. So we are doing the problems on fractions, decimals and rational numbers. So in today's class, the first problem is Raja walks 1.5 meters in 1 second. How much distance will he walk in 15 minutes? So here also they have given for one means each, and they is asking for many. Here many means 15 minutes. So whenever each is given and we are coming to find many, we have to multiply. So Raja walks 1.5 meters in 1 second. Okay, so the distance covered, just say the distance covered in 1 second. Distance covered in 1 second is equal to 1/2 meters. This is nothing but 3/2 we say meters. Now we have to find out the distance he walks in 15 minutes. So the distance covered in 15 minutes. See here 15 minutes we have to convert into seconds. See 1 minute is 60 seconds. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 15 minutes we have to find out, we have to convert into seconds, that is 15 into 60. You have to multiply these two. 15 zeros are 0, 15 6 are 90. So it is 900 seconds. So we have to find out the distance covered in 900 seconds. How much? See, for 1 second 3/2, for 900 how much? So what you have to do is 3/2 into 900 we need to do, right? As we have an even number, just reduce this in lowest terms. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, remainder 1, 2 fives are 10, 2 zeros are 0. So we get 450. Now we have to multiply this. 3 zeros are 0, 3 fives are 15, 3 fours are 12 plus 1, 13. So 1350 meters. Okay. So he completed in 900 seconds he walked 1350 meters. This is completed. Next problem. Provide the number in the box to make the statements true. 2/3 we have. So here we need to find out a fraction. That means numerator by denominator. So if I multiply 2/3 with this fraction, the result is 20/21. So we need to find this fraction. So it's very simple. See, 3 goes how many times in 27? It is 7 times. So write 7. 2 goes how many times in 20? 10 times. So answer is 10/7. Okay, 2 tens are 20, 3 sevens are 21. So this is over. Now we'll go to the next sum. In this one, see, we have two different boxes. One is with the product, other one is with the result. This is a result and this is a product one. Okay, so here we have 3, and so what we can do is, if we solve this problem, whenever we have 5 and 5 numerator and denominator, you can eliminate. Suppose if we cancel this 5 and 5, we have 1. Okay, so we have 1. 1 into how much is 3? 1 goes how many times in 3? 3 times. So in this box you write 3, right? So denominator we already cancel, it is 1. 7 into 1 is 7. So it is 3/7. Okay. So this is completed. Yeah. So exercise 4. So in this exercise 4, the first problem is find the reciprocal of each of the following fractions. So what is a reciprocal? See, suppose if A is a number, what is reciprocal of A? It is 1/A. You have to reverse that A. That means if A is a number, the reciprocal of A is 1/A. If 1/A is the number, the reciprocal of 1/A is A. Okay. That means we interchange numerator and denominator. So when it comes to the problem, what is reciprocal of 5/8? The reciprocal of 5/8 the reciprocal of 5/8 is 8/5. Okay, so one more thing, What is the reciprocal of A by B? What is the reciprocal of A by B? The reciprocal of A by B is B by A. Interchange numerator and denominator. So same thing I did. The reciprocal of 5 by 8 is 8 by 5. So what is the reciprocal of 8 by 7? It is 7 by 8. Reciprocal of 13 by 7 is 7 by 13. Reciprocal of 3 by 4 is 4 by 3. Okay, so this is completed. Next problem, find, you have to find the value 18 divided by 3 by 4. See, 18 is divided by 3 by 4. So in order to solve this, what we'll do, we'll take the reciprocal of the number which is on the right of a given number. See, 18 we have, on the right we have 3 by 4. We have to take reciprocal of 3 by 4. So whenever we take a reciprocal, in this case, this division will become into, this division will become product. That means, see, we have 18. As we are taking the reciprocal, division will become product into, and we write it as 4 by 3. Okay. So now we can reduce 18 and 3 in lowest terms. 3 ones are 3, 6 are. So 6 fours are, we get is 24. Now next one, here 8 divided by 7 by 3. So 8 into, we write 3 by 7. So here we can't reduce this 8 and 7 are into lowest terms. So 8 threes are 24 by 7. So we can write it in a mixed fraction, that is, just we divide this. 7 threes are 21, remainder is 3. So 3 by 7. So answer is 3 by 7. So this is over. Now we'll go to the next problem. So here we have 3 into, you can write it as, 3 divided by 2 1 by 3. So this 2 1 by 3, I'll convert it into improper fraction. 2 threes are 6 plus 1 is 7 by 3. So you write 3 into 3 by 7. Okay, I am taking the reciprocal of 7 by 3, it will become 3 by 7. So we get 9 by 7. Now I'll divide this. Okay, so if I divide, 7 ones are 7, remainder is 2. 1 2 by 7. So what is the answer we are getting? It is 1 2 by 7. Okay, so this is completed. We'll see the next one. So here 5 divided by, first we'll convert into improper fraction. 7 threes are 21. 21 plus 4 is 25 by 7. So we write 25 by 7. Now I'll take the reciprocal of 25 by 7. So we write it as 5 into 7 by 25. Now after this we can eliminate. 5 ones are 5 fives are. So we get 7 by 5. So what I do is I just divide this. 5 ones are 5, remainder is 2. So 1 2 by 5. So the answer is 1 2 by 5. Okay, so this is completed. Next problem. Deepak can paint 2 by 5 of a house in one day. If he continues working at this rate, how many days will he take to paint the whole house? So how to start the problem? See, the part of work done in one day, or we can say that the work done by Deepak in one day. In one day, it is 2 by 5, 2 by 5th, or see, it is 2 by 5th, or we can say 2 by 5 part of the wall. So work done by Deepak in one day is 2 by 5th. So he continues working at this rate. In how many days he will paint the whole wall? Here whole wall is assumed to be 1. It is painting for only one wall. In one wall he completed 2 by 5th. Okay, so how many days he will take? See, it's very simple. For one day, what is a part of a wall he painted? 2 by 5th. Okay, so now how many days will he takes to complete to paint the whole wall? Whole wall. Wall means only one wall. So you have to find out for one wall. So for that what you do is just you have to multiply these two, 1 into 1 1, and this is divided by 2 by 5. So that is 1 divided by 2 by 5. See, 1 ones are 1, that one I am writing here, divided by 2 by 5. See, whenever he asks for each, we need to divide. So each or 1 means you have to divide. So that is the reason I am dividing. So now 1 into, we get 5 by 2. So the answer is 1 5s are 5 by 2. If you divide this, suppose 5 divided by 2, 2 2s are 4, remainder 1, it is 2 1 by 2. It is 2 1 by 2. So in how many days he will come? He'll paint the whole house. In 2.5 days he will paint that complete wall. Okay, this is completed. Yeah. So next problem, 2 by 5 divided by 3. See here, 2 by 5 divided by 3. So what we do is 2 by 5. Here we have 3 means the denominator of 3 is assumed as 1. We have 3 by 1. So division, when we convert into product, you have to take the reciprocal of 3 by 1, that is 1 by 3. So we get 2 by 15. Okay, as denominator is greater than the numerator, answer is 2 by 15. So next one is, you can write 5 by 1, write 7 by 8 into 1 by 5. Take the reciprocal. So we get 7 by 40. 7 by 40. The next one what we have is 4 by 9 into 5 by 4. I take the reciprocal of 4 by 5, it is 5 by 4. Then here 4 we can eliminate, 1 5s are 5 and 9 1s are 9. So answer is 5 by 9. So this exercise is completed. Right. So next exercise, it is exercise 5. Now it is decimals. So fractions we completed, now we are doing decimals. So decimal means here, this is a decimal point we have, this is 0.7, 0.07. So in this decimals, the first problem is which one is greater, 0.7 or 0.07, which one is greater we need to find. Okay, for that what we do is 0.7, see, first I take 0.7, I'll convert this decimal as fraction. How to convert decimal as fraction? See now, after decimal we have 1 digit. After decimal we have 1 digit. If you have 1 digit, you write 10 in the denominator. If you have 1 digit, you write 10 in the denominator. If you have 2 digits, write 100. If you have 3 digits, write 1000. So as we have 1 digit, I am writing 10, and numerator you should write without decimal. So without decimal means what we need to write, 07 we have to write 07 or 7, it is same. So that's why I am writing 7 by 10. Now what we do is we take 0.07. So after decimal we have 2 numbers, so I'll write 100, and in the numerator I should write 007. 007 is nothing but 7. Now we have 2 different denominators, see, 10 and 100. Now what we do is we make the denominator same. In order to make the denominator same, what we do is 10 and 100. So I'll take the LCM of the 10 and 100. So the LCM of 10 and 100 is nothing but 100. So you take 7 by 10 first. 10 goes how many times in 100? It goes 10 times. So multiply this with 10. We get 70 by 100. Okay. Then after that we have 7 by 100. So I write here 7 by 100. Right. As the LCM is 100, try to equate the denominator to the LCM. 100 goes how many times in 100? 1 time. So we get 7 by 100. As the denominators are same, now just see the numerator. The first one is 70, the second one is 7. So which is greater? 70 is greater. That means 70 by 100 is greater than 7 by 100. So from where we got this 70 by 100? 70 by 100 we got from 7 by 10. So which one is greater? 7 by 10. So 7 by 10 is nothing but 0.7. So we say 0.7 is greater than 0.07. So this is completed. Now we'll do the second one. 7 or 8 by 5. See, it's normal simple problem. This is 7 means what? It is 7.0 or 8.5. So clearly you have 7 and 8. Which is greater? 8 is greater. So we say that 8.5 is greater than 7.0. Okay, this is over. Now we'll do the next one. Sorry. So 1.47 we have and 1.51. So this is 1, 1. Both are same. After the decimal we have 4. Here after the decimal we have 5. So clearly 5 is greater than 4. So we say that 1.51. This is 1.5. This is 1.4. So 1.5 is greater than 1.4. So we write 1.51 is greater than 1.47. Okay, nothing to do, easy problem. Now here we have 6. So normal problem. 6 means you can write 6.0 or 0.66. Okay, so here the first whole number we have is 6 and here it is 0. So clearly 6 is greater than 0. So we say 6 is greater than 0.66. Okay, so this is completed. Next question. Express the following as rupees using decimals. So first one we have is 9 paise. 9 paise. Express the following as rupees using decimal. So what I do is I'll convert this paise into rupees. See how to convert. 1 rupee is nothing but 100 paise. So 9 paise we need to convert. So in order to convert 9 paise into rupees, we have to divide. Okay, so that is 9 by 100. So 9 by 100 will get in rupees. So 9 by 100 rupees. As we need to convert as decimal, see, one easy logic we have here. 9 and 100. 100 is greater number than 9. So whenever we have a greater number in the denominator and if the number is in the form of 10, 100, 1000 or any form of 1000, the answer we write is 0 point. See, remember always this 1 should be compulsory and any number of zeros may be there. So here whenever the denominator is greater than numerator, we have to apply this method. So write 0 point. For 100 we have 2 zeros. So just put 2 blanks. Okay, so in ones place or in ones place you write the numerator which we have, that is 9. Already we wrote of 9, but 1 blank is left out, so simply you put 0. So it is 0.09 rupees. Okay, so the first one is completed. Now we'll go to the second one. Right, in the second one, as 1 rupee is equal to 100 paise, 77 rupees is there. So 77 rupees I will not disturb because we need paise in everything in terms of rupees. Paise also in terms of rupee we need. So rupees I will not disturb. Plus 7 by paise I am converting into rupees 100. So you write 77 plus denominator is greater than numerator. So you write 0 point. Whenever you have 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh. In terms of 1 and zeros, you write 0 point. If it is denominator is greater, 0 point. For 100 we have 2 zeros, just put 2 blanks. In ones place we write this numerator 7, then this is left out, so put 0. So 77 plus 0.07. So we add this now. 77 means you write 77.00. Any number of zeros you can put after the decimal. I'll put 2 zeros because after decimal we have 2 digits. Now I write 0.07. So we get 7077. So it is 77.07. So what is the answer we are getting? 77.07 rupees. Okay, so this is completed. Now we'll see 235 paise. So 235 paise, in order to convert into rupees, just divide by 100. Okay, so one thing you remember, whenever we have denominator is greater than numerator, the answer will be 0 point. But here denominator is not greater than the numerator. So in this case, what you have to do, numerator is greater. So in this case, you write 235 as it is. Okay, after writing the numerator, for 100 we have 2 zeros. So what you do, you put the decimal after 2 digits. After 2 digits means what? Move to the left. So if I move to the left, it will be 2.35. See, here numerator is greater than denominator. So the answer will not be in 0 point. First you write 235. For 100 we have 2 zeros. So what you do, you put the decimal to the left of 2 digits. Left of 2 digits. Now these are the 2 digits. Total 3 digits. So these are the 2 digits. So left of 2 digits you put the decimal. So the answer is 2.35 rupees. So this is completed.